I realized one day in the rain that this is what it takes to build a business. This story is about a couple of or several years ago now. Um, Back when I was first starting out building my own business, and I was working full time at the time as well, in a regular job. And my days off were spent trying to build my business. Now, if you don't know what that's like, it's very difficult because psychologically, you feel like your days off are your own sacred time to relax and rest and basically not work. And when you're, at a 9 to 5 or you're working a regular job, and then the concept of still on your days off doing extra work uh, was something that I really had to get used to. And so one of these days, I was headed to a thing where there was going to be some tables and people were supposed to come, and I was gonna. I had made a little poster board that I actually still have with me to this day as a keepsake, and it had little pictures on it and facts and figures, and I was gonna, try to tell people about the system that I was working with to help people avoid joint replacements and look better than they did 10 years ago. And so I went to this thing. I had checked, I took the buses there because this is before I even had a car. I was living in New York at the time, so there was lots of public transport. So I took the bus there. It was outside of Manhattan. It was somewhere in Queens, and it was a total dud. The show, the thing, like barely anybody showed up. I had barely anyone, to even talk to, and it was my day off. So, as the thing ended, unsuccessfully, I took my little post. It was pretty big, actually. This is big poster board. It was like one of those science fair project posters with the with little opens up, and you had these like two panels, right? So it was like a big board. It was a big, thick board. And so I was carrying that back, and it was starting to get dark. And on top of everything, it was starting to rain. And well, I walked to the bus stop, and it was raining. And I was waiting for the bus, waiting for the bus. There was no bus. And I went to look at the schedule, and lo and behold, the last bus of the evening had left like an hour ago. I just hadn't realized that the buses, didn't go for until the end of the. I just thought that they did. I just assumed, and they hadn't. So there I was in Queens without a bus. It was getting dark, and I had to spend money to take a cab home. And so not only was it my day off, but I didn't. I spent time doing something with no results, and it was my poster that I worked really hard on. Was starting to get wet in the rain, and I had to take a cab home because there was no bus because the last bus had left. And it was in that moment when I was standing there in the rain that I realized that this is what it takes to build a business. And I said to myself, I'm going to remember this moment because it's moments like this that, either make you or break you, honestly. And I took it as an opportunity to realize that this is something I'm going to talk about one day. And here I am today talking about it. And, you know, now obviously, my situation is a lot different. I have a successful business. I have a car. I have, things that I didn't have back then. And I no longer have to work at a 9 to 5, a job, a regular job. I have a full time business that I'm very happy doing. And so I guess, the most important thing here is that there are going to be those times, if you want to build your own business, that you are going to have to do things and not get an immediate reward for them. And it might seem like a waste of time, you know, but it really does build character, and I really think that that moment made me see that, yes, I really did want this. This is really what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, because here I am in the rain with this poster, and I still wanted to do it. I still wanted to build it. I still wanted to go forward. And so, if you want to build your own business, that's really something that I recommend taking a look for yourself, and seeing, do you really have that fire? Do you really have that drive that you're gonna go out there on your day off, if you work, instead of going out and partying or whatever on your day off, or just relaxing? Are you gonna take your stuff, get dressed, and go out and try to build something? Or are you just gonna do the same thing that you did every other day? So for me, that was the day when I was in the rain. I was getting rained on. I went to this thing on my day off, got dressed, everything, and made a poster, and nothing happened. And then I didn't realize the bus wasn't going to come. And then I had to spend money to take a cab home. And that was my day off. And the next day I went to work tired when I was supposed to be going to work refreshed off of the day off, right? So, so that was my experience. But because of that, I really realized that, yes, that's what I want to do. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life, is build this business. And so let me know. Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have an entrepreneur's mindset? And if so, just let me know in the comments to this video. Is Have you had a situation like that where something has come up, and do you have that drive to keep on going? And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me here for our channel. And yeah, I really appreciate it as usual. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again next time.